Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Vicious Rants, episode 7. I'm your host, the one and only Tim Vicious, and, this episode, before I go and start this episode, actually, I just want to say thanks to everyone that wound up seeing last week's, and for all the big positive feedback on it. Not gonna lie, it was probably one of the more emotional ones I've done yet. Anyways, this week's episode, it's not even... I'm going to say part of it's not really targeted towards WWE. It's kind of like with the first episode, I wound up blowing up on a few different sections. This first part targeted more so to the dirt sheets. And, yeah, if anything, you guys that wind up getting pissed and say, oh no, news sites aren't really dirt sheets. Fuck you, man. Really? Last I checked, majority of people think Prince dead. So, anyways, the dirt sheets really need to get their heads out of their ass and actually know on how to use it for once. Because, really, the big thing that wound up getting me pissed off with them was, a couple weeks back, CM Punk wound up doing what he always does. He goes and he fucks with his fans on Twitter. Wound up saying on there he was going to go and retire in 2015, just to screw around with them. Next thing you know, lo and behold, look what happens. Half hour later, it's all over the website saying he's going to retire, he's going to retire. He's calling for an early retirement. No, he fucking wasn't. Where the fuck do you guys get your ideas from? I mean, really? You want to say wrestling is a legitimate sport, like baseball, football, hockey, golf, anything like that, then fucking treat it like it is. These guys treat it like it's a legitimate sport, because you know why? They actually feel like it is. Yeah, these websites like Bleacher Report or Wrestling Inc., it's way too fucking confusing the way they go and think. Honestly, how the hell do they get guys on the inside to go and talk to them about stuff? I can't figure it out. I mean, can anyone else? Sorry about the constant hacking, about the constant coughs and pausing every few seconds. It's getting to that time of year. So, pretty sure soon enough, my throat's gonna wind up sounding like this again. Anyways, now on to part 2 of my rant. Last week with Raw and SmackDown, it was just one of those what the fuck moments, because you give all of us a little hope and prayer that Cena's gonna actually be out of commission, busted knee, this, that, and the other. And then the very next day, he's off. Then that next Tuesday on SmackDown, he runs out of the ramp, takes down Ziggler, and puts him in the submission hold. And then he goes and does a taping for Main Event, Saturday Morning Slam and shit. So, what the fuck? I mean, this kind of this ties in exactly with the dirt sheets, too, because the dirt sheets go and report right away, Cena's got a knee injury, he's got a knee injury, he's going to be out, and next thing you know, look what happens. Really? I mean, I don't mean to be like Miz doing this, but really? Really? What the fuck? The fuck is wrong with you people? You go and you bump them off for an injury, and then next thing you know, you make them turn into Superman or frickin' Wolverine and heal up super fast. It don't make sense. And the fact that you guys are gonna go and make it like that, it's just flat out insultive to all of us. I don't see wrestling being where it's at within the next 20 years if it keeps going the way it is. Because honestly, Vince built himself a good empire. But he built himself a good empire based off of a few big things. One of them being giving the people what they want. What the people want more than anything is real wrestling. And that's what set the little independent promotion that could, ECW, far off from, WWE or Ted Turner's WCW. They went in between all the chairs, the barbed wire, and the tables, and the blood. They had actual wrestling. You had Lucha Libre style like Super Crazy and Rey Mysterio. You had martial arts and suplex-oriented styles like Taz and Rob Van Dam. You had so much. Vince, you need to learn from your mistakes, honestly. If you can't, you're going to fail. And then when you pass, and then when you finally croak, and Paul winds up taking over, that place is going to go down the toilet. Because he's not going to make it like it once was. No. He'll keep it like it is. And then when it goes down the shitter, all that's going to be left is a bunch of broken bones and bad memories. I just don't see the sanity behind on how you're running the company and on how you're letting the dirt sheets go and pretty much orchestrate on how things are going. I mean, somebody want to run it by me? Because if they can, hell, I'm always up and willing to listen. Oh well, somebody finally to send in a question to me last week, or not last week, but yesterday. So I'm going to answer it. Question came from my girl Roxy from Roxy's Room. She asked if I was a WWE superstar, what would my ring name be and what would my finisher be? Simple enough. I'd keep it just like on how it was back when I was wrestling before. Tim Vicious. Have my entrance be either Before I Forget or use some Sex Pistols song, something real heavy and punk. And as for my finisher, the Vicious DDT. Just like it would be the Vicious DDT, it was just like with Raven, just a flat out even flow. And if I couldn't get a pin from the Vicious DDT, easy enough then I'd use the Taz Mission, because those were my two finishers. I had a couple signature moves, one being constant shots to the gut, one being superplex, a tornado DDT, and running knees to the gut. Those were basically my signature moves. Other than that, I was made, when I finally got out of the tag division and I was moved into the singles, I was recast more so as like a brawler. Like I was just pissed off and wanting to run into the ring. But that answers that question. And that's about all the time I got for this episode. So, you guys know the deal. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel. Look for me on Twitter at Tim Vicious. Look for me on Instagram too, Tim_Vicious. Leave your question. Got a question or anything you want to bring up to me, put it down below, or look for me on Twitter. Check out my girl Roxy at that Roxy girl on Twitter. Look for her on here, YouTube at Roxy's Room. Check out my partner in crime, James Steele, the JX2001 here on YouTube at JX2001 on Twitter. And if you love me, great. If you hate me, fuck you. And if you still want to go and think that Dirt Sheets really just talk about are just the newsletters, fuck you.